entirely sure I'm used to going all the way back like I am. But it's all to get this little guy in frame. So I probably had actually hold on something. There we go. Looks like I was facing slightly away for you, but no, I should be my body should be facing directly at you. Okay. So I probably had like one of the best days ever yesterday. In fact, my only low is okay. So, full disclosure, yesterday I went to Sparkle. I'll get in one detail in a minute. But my low is exactly what I thought it was going to be, which was parking was a nightmare. I'll get to that later. But everything else about yesterday, wonderful. And my act of kindness was when I was at Sparkle, I got a couple things for my nephews. So with that said, let's talk about Sparkle. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. So, Sparkle is a tradition in Corning where, like, within 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, Corning has, first they have the Parade of Lights, which was last week. And this week they had Sparkle, which really is more of an event where lots of different people and vendors, come out and sell their crafts and make good food and stuff like that. It is a lot of fun. And because it's December, there was a whole lot of Christmassy stuff everywhere. I was wearing this hat, for anyone who probably saw me. So, regarding parking, like I knew I was going to go to Sparkle, but I also knew parking was going to be horrible, right? So I had to make a sacrifice play, and instead of going to church with my family in Corning at 5 o'clock, I went to church here in Elmira, which was at 4. I figured that, because if I went to church in Corning and tried to look for a parking spot at, like, after 6 o'clock, no way that was ever going to happen. Now, close to 5:30, you'd think I had better odds. At least that was the theory, anyway. And spoiler, that didn't go well. Like, literally everything regarding getting to the city of Corning from here after church could not have gone any better. Like, church ended at like 10:05. I parked my car in a way where all I had to do was just go straight forward and then I was out of there. I definitely speeded in places I shouldn't have. Seriously, it was like 5:20 by the time like I got there. And parking, I couldn't find any parking anywhere. Actually, before I continue, I also want to point out, shout out to E. Oliver Candle Company because I found a nice little present for my brother and sister-in-law. Well, it's one of the presents I'm going to give them. So, kind of nice little present. So, shout out to E. Oliver Candle Company, in which, actually, speaking of them, the owner and her husband and their son were there. So I got to walk I walked up and down Market Street with them. Well, I walked up and down Market Street twice because, full disclosure, there was a vendor that I was constantly trying to look for. I couldn't find them anywhere. So I'm like, okay, I'll hang out with, my friends, extra set of eyes. We still couldn't find them. I guess maybe they didn't show up, or I don't know. But that's actually part of my love of it. Because here's the thing. The vendor was peas macarons. And I actually had I usually like to give the owner a jar of pickles. I like making pickles. But she wasn't there. So I'm carrying it up and down all around Market Street with this bag full of, there's a jar of pickles. There was a thing of maple cotton candy that the owner of a E. Oliver Candle Company got for her son. But he didn't want it, so do you want it? Like, okay. I got 2 little miniature bubble blowing devices for my twin nephews, one yellow and one pink, as they are their favorite colors respectively. There was a guy who had free mini candy canes, so I got a little mini candy cane. I got a little mini peppermint too. That was really cool. So later, believe it or not, there was actually a friend of mine who had a birthday yesterday. And it turns out she likes pickles too, so I just happened to run into her and gave her the jar of pickles for her birthday. She was actually with her family, and they looked like they all had a lot of fun. Sparkle was a lot of fun. It totally was. Honestly, like, again, the reason why my family has always been so hesitant on going is because it's parking. It's a nightmare. If you try and go, you gotta be willing to park pretty far away. In fact, full disclosure, I had to park where my grandparents live, which is well on East 2nd Street in Corning. So I actually had to walk from there to where Market Street is, which, full disclosure, really wasn't a bad walk. I mean, I had to walk, because I pretty much had to walk down the hill, and then Market Street was like right there. And it was fun. It was pretty cold outside eventually. I actually had to wear, I was wearing a set of long johns and an undershirt. And for the most part, my body's warm. Just my hands get cold really easily. It's crazy. So my mom and dad were watching my nephews or their grandkids, and when they were done, I just happened to be calling when they were done. And surprisingly, we actually were able to go to Sorges because, listen, it's Sparkle. Every restaurant on Market Street is going to be packed, like real packed. I walked by Emilio's and good Lord. I'm actually surprised that my friend I mentioned, the one I gave the pickles to, I'm surprised her and her family were able to get some pizza. But, it's the most wonderful time of year. Miracles happen. Again, seriously, when I say packed, I mean packed. And it was so weird because, like, sometimes you'd be walking around Sparkle and there'd be like big open areas with plenty of room to walk by. But then there was like an influx of people coming in either way, and it's like crowded. Like, if you're claustrophobic, sorry. And keep in mind, we're outside too. So there was a lot of people on Market Street, but it was fun, festive. It was great. There was a few people in Santa costumes, a few Mrs. Clauses. There were some carolers. There was a performance in Centerway Square. There's a few people dressed up as the Grinch. That was really cool. Like, if you're a fan of Christmas, I highly recommend you go to Sparkle because it was fun. So, again, my folks and I had dinner at Sorges, which I'm like, okay, how did you two find parking? They're like, we parked right back. I'm like, wait, you actually found a parking spot during Sparkle. But here's the thing though, we had dinner pretty late, like 7:30, almost 8 o'clock at night. And it never even occurred to me that, oh wait, eventually this thing's gotta be over. So people have to leave. And when people leave, that means there's more parking spaces. I mean, look, I made the choice that I made, okay? I couldn't have predicted how bad parking would really be at 5:30. As it was 6 o'clock, I knew it was going to be bad. But 5:30, my odds would probably be a little bit better. They weren't. So we had dinner, and because my folks parked right there, they took me back to my car. And it was so funny too, because I had prepared, because I thought, I had a feeling I was going to meet them at Sparkle anyway. And I was so prepared to like I clean up my car and everything. My car isn't exactly what you consider neat and tidy, but I really did try and make it like that for my folks, because I thought I was going to have to take them to their car. Turns out they took me to mine. So I cleaned out my car for nothing. Actually, I've been trying to be better about keeping my car clean. I'll be honest, I really have been trying to be better about keeping my car clean. I just like to snack on like chips in my car. That's my weakness. Chips, or what's really messy is popcorn. I love popcorn. I'm a white cheddar popcorn guy. Although Ayers makes that one fire roasted popcorn. Oh, that stuff is good. Holy cow. It's made my mouth water just thinking about it. Good thing I'm having breakfast soon. So Sparkle was a lot of fun. Shout out to the good folks at E. Oliver Camera Company for the awesome gift, or one of the gifts I'm going to be getting to my brother and sister-in-law, and hanging out with me. Last night at Sparkle because I happened to meet them there. That was really fun. To my friend who got my pickles, I hope you liked them. Actually, she texted me back and she's like, so they like my pickles. Hooray! Full disclosure, that was the first time in a long time I made pickles. And, hold on a second. I got a few new pet plants. Yeah, in trying to transplant my first basil plant, my mom killed my first basil plant, so meet basil. And this is one of those plants that has rosemary, sage, and thyme. So Robert, Samson, and Timmy. So yes, Basil, Robert, Samson, and Timmy. These are my pet plants' names. Okay. Leave them over by the window where they can get the necessary sunlight, because that's really good. You know what? Some people are dog dads. Some people are cat dads. I'm a plant dad. I mean, yeah, I could have a pet in my apartment. I just don't really. I mean, I grew up with a pet, so I've had that experience before. Would I like it again? Sure. Am I feeling it right now? Maybe. I'll tell you what. If I meet a nice girl and she happens to have a dog, I'll take that. Why not? I like dogs. I never had a dog. I had cats growing up, so I never really did have a dog. My uncle had a dog named Max. He's got two blue heelers now too, so I'm no stranger to dogs. Dogs are cool. Actually, cats and dogs are cool. There's a reason why Tier Zoo put both cats and dogs in an A tier, because, they're just great animals, they are. Actually, I like a lot of animals, I do. But let's be real, in this day and age, if I meet a girl with a pet, she's likely gonna have either a dog or a cat. So I meet a nice girl with a dog, I'm cool with that. I wouldn't mind meeting a dog dad. Well, partly because I like the alliteration. Dog dad, dog dad, dog dad, dog dad. See? It's fun to say. Speaking of things that are fun, today is Sunday. I brought out the jersey. How about we make some NFL picks? Now I gotta grab my computer. I have to go very far. Oh. I accidentally clicked on one of the game day previews. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay, so going into today, I was 1-0 because I picked the Bills to win on Thursday. So let's see. Packers versus the Bears. Oh, that's easy. I'm picking the Packers. Aaron Rodgers owns the Packers. Steelers and the Falcons. You know what? In honor of the good folks over at E. Oliver Camera Company, one of them's a Steelers fan, so you know what? I'll pick the Steelers. Why not? Jets and Vikings? Ooh. You know what? I'm picking the Vikings. If they can beat the Bills, they can beat the Vikings. If the Vikings can beat the Bills, they can beat the Jets. So I'm picking the Vikings. Jaguars and Lions. You know what? I don't know. Both teams really aren't very good, but at the same time, they're kind of on the rise. You know what? I think I'll pick the, you know what? Not Trevor Lawrence. I'll pick the Jaguars. I'll do that. Titans and the Eagles. My heart is telling me to pick, here's the thing, my head is telling me to pick the Titans, but since the owner of the Oliver Camera Company is an Eagles fan, normally I wouldn't do this, because you know how I feel about the Eagles. But she's my friend, and she's really cool. So you know what? I'll pick the Eagles over the Titans. Let's let's see, Browns and Texans. Both teams are doing really horrible, but I think I'll take the Browns over the Texans. Commanders and the Giants. Ooh. You know. Both the Commanders and the Giants pretty much have the same record. Although I'm looking at the record right now, the Commanders are 7-5 and the Giants are 7-4. You know what? I think I'm gonna make. Hold on a minute. My head is telling me I should pick the Commanders simply for the upset, but I think the Giants are due for a good game. So, then again, I am picking Daniel Jones. And, well, keep in mind, the reason why the Giants did so well against us on Thanksgiving is because Dallas doesn't play to their level. I don't know. Yeah, I'll go for the Giants. Why not? Broncos and Ravens? Oh, it's easy, the Ravens. Ooh, Dolphins and 49ers. You know what? Because I want Buffalo to win that division, I'm picking the 49ers. Let's go, 49ers. Come on, George Kittle and CMC. Christian McCaffrey. Do it. 49ers over the Dolphins. Seahawks and Rams? I think the Seahawks can pull this off. I think they could. Chargers and the Raiders. Chargers. Chiefs and Bengals. Ooh. Yeah, I'll pick the Chiefs. And tonight's game is the Colts against my Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, who am I kidding? Of course I'm picking the Cowboys. Why wouldn't I? So, yes, my picks are the Packers, the Steelers, the Vikings, the Jaguars, the Eagles, the Browns, the Giants, the Ravens, the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Chargers, the Chiefs, and my Dallas Cowboys. There we go. I'm going to put this back over here. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, that's everything. I made my NFL picks. Sparkle was a whole lot of fun. I'm definitely going to try and go next year. And, to all the vendors who had stuff at Sparkle, I hope everything went well for you last night. I mean, it looked like everything was going well. To all the restaurants like Anilio's and Storges and The Cellar and Three Birds and every other place, I hope you guys were busy, but not too busy. Like, you want to be busy, so you want, revenue and money, but don't make it unbearable, So I hope everything went well for you guys too. And I just really hope my Cowboys win. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humbled to make this video for all you guys who are watching your video. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And remember, for the you guys want to talk to chat, I'm always going to be here, the engineer, and I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.